A single research report from a hardly known research outlet claims the Bitcoin ETF will not be approved and crypto markets panic. This type of FUD is most certainly designed to try and give institutions one last chance for a better entry price on the Bitcoin they are looking to accumulate before the ETF product is open to the masses. Solana and Helium, of course, were affected by this downturn and remain in the red on the daily. Helium even dipping below the $6 level for the first time since the middle of December. Despite the price action, Helium data usage is surging to all-time highs, and the network is looking more promising than ever. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the Crypto Compound channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the broader crypto markets as well as Solana and Helium, and we're going to be highlighting the incredible data usage that is taking place on Helium over the past week or so, which is at record levels and is performing extraordinarily well despite what this price chart might look like. I think this might be the biggest divergence I have ever seen between the Helium usage and the Helium price chart. As you can see, we are down significantly since December 20th from being above the $9 level to now below the $6 level. All the while, the Helium network usage has ramped up significantly. Now, guys, to get an idea of the relative performance and impact that this price action has had on Helium, we can see that Helium is currently at the number 69 spot in total coins by market cap. I believe last week or the week before it was as high as the 54th rank, just outside of the top 50 coins. We have been watching that, and I'm expecting it to be in the top 50 coins by market cap very soon. I do believe it will outperform the majority of these coins that we're looking at here once the markets recover and start to stabilize a little bit after this ridiculous news. And that ridiculous news is what we're going to talk about really quickly right here. As we can see, this Matrix Port article, pure speculation regarding the fact that they believe that the Bitcoin ETF is going to be rejected in January. It has been proven that this is pure speculation and it is based entirely on politics. Complete garbage in my opinion. I do believe that this is an extreme FUD attempt by some of the larger players here that are trying to get better entries into Bitcoin leading up to this Bitcoin ETF approval in the anticipation of such incredible retail demand for getting some exposure to Bitcoin across all of their different accounts. This is going to be trillions of dollars that now has access to a Bitcoin ETF, and I do believe that a large percentage of money managers are going to be recommending some sort of percentage exposure to Bitcoin. I think it would be foolish of any of them to not suggest at least a 1% exposure to the asset class now that there is a regulated Bitcoin ETF that will be trading. But as we can see, this research firm that nobody has heard of is the reason behind all of this. I think we're going to look back in a few weeks and look at what an opportunity this price action that we're seeing right now is. This just complete and blatant manipulation in my opinion, by the larger players in the space. And to make this even more blatant, Caleb here has highlighted Matrix Port reports January 1st, Bitcoin ETF approval imminent, and January 2nd, spot Bitcoin ETF rejections are coming. I mean, he's right. You really can't make this up. This is blatant manipulation in an attempt to get better entries for large corporations that are trying to pick up a whole lot of this stuff. And we also, guys, have to remember that this price action is largely triggered by algorithms. Once there is some sort of manipulation and a trigger and a large amount of selling pressure, a lot of these algorithms click on, and that is why we see large sell-offs across all different asset classes. As we can see, Solana here wicked down to 85, HNT all the way down to almost $5. I mean, really blatant manipulation, if you ask me. And all the while this is going on, I highlighted this at the end of December, we could see the network usage just accelerating upward for Helium, both on the IoT side and on the mobile side. And I asked, is anyone paying attention? Because towards the end of December, there was a lot of meme coin stuff being talked about on Solana and a lot of other chains that were getting a lot of attention. But I think this was the most significant thing that was happening in all of crypto, to be quite honest. I mean, this is a crypto project that is seeing an insane amount of demand and usage for their mobile network. I mean, this is industry moving stuff here, and we're going to take a look at that now. And Amir was also highlighting this as well. He was highlighting how the Wi-Fi traffic on Helium Mobile was actually more than T-Mobile traffic at the end of December. Now, in summary, basically what this chart is showing is that the users are using more Helium Mobile data via the Helium Mobile network than they are using data from the T-Mobile network. As we know, they can toggle between the two based on whichever one has the coverage where they are. And we can see that towards the end of December, for a number of days, looks like about a week, Helium Mobile was actually providing more traffic than the T-Mobile side of the data, which is really, really amazing. We'll keep a track of this and see how it progresses moving forward. But lastly, guys, here is really the most impressive chart we have seen from Helium in a very, very long time. This is network usage over the last 30 days. We have taken a look at this chart in the past. And before we got towards the end of December, this was almost a flat line here. Everything was very stable up until around the middle of December. And as we can see, the blue is the mobile usage, and it is just accelerating to the upside. Really, really significant growth in the mobile usage. And we can also see that there's also significant growth in the IoT usage. It's not as drastic or as apparent, but there is a lot more IoT usage towards the end of December than we can see in the beginning. I would credit that to obviously just the growing use of sensors on the IoT network, as well as the DIMO macaron that we have confirmed. There are now hundreds of DIMO macarons out in the wild using Helium IoT connectivity for their service. So this is really incredible stuff. And guys, like I mentioned in the beginning, I have never seen a larger divergence in the Helium network usage and the Helium price action. Of course, this is just HNT. This is not mobile. Mobile and IoT networks are actually performing even worse. The mobile price is down about 60% as opposed to the HNT price, which is only down about 35% from the highs. Those are just general numbers, not based on anything exact that's happening at this moment, but they are smaller market caps and they're more volatile, so they are underperforming right now from their highs over the past month. But guys, if we take a look here at the weekly, we can see that this is still very much intact, right? The weekly almost closed above this significant support line. It didn't quite make it all the way there, but as far as I'm concerned right now, this weekly chart is still very much intact for Helium, beginning to lose a little bit of momentum here on the MACD, no longer overbought. So I think this is a very, very fair spot, and we always have to remember to zoom out when the market gets crazy like this. But I think this will end up being a giant wick on this weekly candle as we finish up the week here. And of course, if we go to the monthly, which we looked at in previous videos, we can see that we wicked all the way up to this resistance line here and closed sort of in the middle of this range, which is totally fine. And on this wick earlier today, we can see that we came down to this support line now and have since recovered a decent amount, right now just below $6. I would not be concerned with this FUD attempt from this Matrix Port article that is pure speculation and holds really no validity to it. And of course, we can always come over here and look to see how Helium is performing. And this is incredible usage taking place on their network, both on the IoT side and on the mobile side. But guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching until the end. Please leave any questions or comments you guys have down below. I'll do my best to get to all of them. Let me know what you guys might think as well. Of course, I am not all-knowing. I am just a guy out here looking at these charts just like you. But I do have a lot of conviction here for Helium and HNT moving forward into 2024 and beyond. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching until the end. Please hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. But just like that, this video is over, and I will see you